two new commentators. Well, I guess one old one and one new one, Z Kaiwin and Victor. And I will let them take it away from here.
Hey, good evening, everybody. So, yeah, we have a very, very nice match, a death match tonight, because loser will be packing home. And, well, that's a pity because these two players are really good. And, well, we'll see what happens in the universe. So, yeah, tell us in chat what kind of pom-poms will you be shaking tonight. And, yeah, we just had a race between Jay Coper and
Theorwolf.
Yep.
Welcome to the commentary booth today, Victor. Glad to have you with me.
Yeah, I'm glad to. Is this the fourth or the fifth time that we commentate together on this tournament? Yeah, it's always a pleasure.
So what do you want to see this seed? As it looks like we're going off.
Oh, yeah. So Knightcrawler with his Crystallis, I believe his name, Sprite, and AmazingToaster with his light green Link, and Magic Container Cave.
Only 30 experience for our very first level. That's one of the lowest I've seen.
Yeah, I believe that's the lowest that you can get.
The 240 for the first attack level was a little unfortunate.
Yeah, so 50p bag on Magic Container Cave, not great. AmazingToaster saves it for maybe an attack level. And Knightcrawler, after taking a quick peek in that mountain, enters Magic Container Cave, and he's about to find the P-Bag too. I believe he will save it too. These players like to get some attack levels first.
Unless you know you need that fairy cast.
Oh yeah, like in the last race. Sometimes you kind of find out that you need that pretty late in the game when you already have like life 3 and...
There's the back of Saria.
Yeah, so we know that leads somewhere, but we don't know if it's somewhere blocked, like in the last one.
So, it's always interesting one of the first towns we find is the back end of Saria.
Yeah, it's kind of a bummer, because you kind of want those 2 free spells as soon as you can. But yeah, sometimes it's just not possible.
The back end of a pass-through cave, and we have a palace. This is 3 or 6 today. I like the gray color on that today.
Yeah, pretty soothing. Palace 5, really strong magenta color for Knightcrawler.
These are not the palaces you really want to find early, but...
Yeah, most of the times you just want Palace 1 to be around, but... Yeah, sometimes Palace 2 can be an option, and... It depends, but... For some players, palaces are not a priority.
Our trophy is turned into a magic container today, and that is one of the saddest Death Mountain entrances I've seen in my life. I wonder if you could get to the Spectacle Rock with boots.
Yeah.
But otherwise, that was a single cave entrance of Death Mountain.
Yeah, sometimes that happens. there isn't any obligation for the mountain to have 2 connectors in the logic of the game. So yeah, sometimes that happens, that one of the entrances is fully blocked. Sometimes it is just boot blocked.
And Toaster's in the front end of Saria.
Yeah, so we
will
know
be getting
that
our first spell. And you're right, we know it's not a required crossing today. That's an expensive fire spell.
Fire spell, yeah. So yeah, that's the problem with fire spell and spell. That they are pretty expensive in the first levels of magic. So they are kind of useless because, for example, the spell aside from getting you access to the spell tower, you can use it to survive at the beginning of the game. But most of the times it is uncastable. So yeah, that's kind of a bummer.
The good news is with fire, it doesn't usually take too many magic levels to make it castable. From that brief glance, I do think you could boots walk that to Spectacle Rock. So that is a good Death Mountain interest to know about.
Yeah, you never know when you're gonna need a quick item to discard when you're looking for the glove or something like that.
And Knightcrawler finds the magic container in Trophy Cave.
So yeah, now I believe both players can cast fire now. So yeah, we will find. Okay, he just used it, and I have no idea what it is linked with.
I have no clue, and I know I have a clue. That's jump.
Oh yeah.
As I'm watching him jump through the sky.
That's not bad, especially at the beginning of the game. You can get downstep, and in Great Palace, it is really useful.
I could also see it being useful in the early game, because you might need it to get through Jump Cave.
Yeah, that's also a thing that could be in the logic of the game. Jump Cave can be a required connection, and if you see the left side of it, it is in the logic that you have to have the jump spell. However, the logic doesn't take into account that fire is linked to jump. So yeah, maybe we will see something regarding that. Meanwhile, we see AmazingToaster going through the fairy cave. And we will see that connects to the side of the continent that the players haven't seen so far.
Given we've not seen any lone grave tiles, it's definitely a possibility. And I don't remember this town. Nope, it just connects you down to Saria.
So yeah, Toaster ended up in the same place he was, unfortunately, and Knightcrawler is following suit, so yeah, very unfortunate for these guys.
It also looks a little bit like Knightcrawler's trying to farm that last 60 experience.
Yeah, AmazingToaster going through Jump Cave, but from right to left it is not jump required, so no worries there.
And Knightcrawler gets his attack 3.
Yeah, Knightcrawler doing an excellent job at experience growth. So yeah, AmazingToaster a little bit behind, but maybe Knightcrawler has found a really juicy pivot that has helped him. I don't know.
There was one screen where Knightcrawler went, I think it might have just been a 200 teabag drop or something, but he went from 111 to 222 in one screen.
Wow, that's nice. Okay, and AmazingToaster going through that mountain, so we will see when Knightcrawler exits the jump cave if maybe that leads to the possibility that the boots are in that mountain, and that will unlock the rest of the continent for these players.
Oh, 200 experience, a red Dyra.
That's nice.
I mean, red Dyras are hard to fight, but that's still good experience.
And Knightcrawler Apenace out of Jump Cave, and I missed what AmazingToaster did after doing Jump Cave, or if he even finished doing Jump Cave. So yeah, that still lingers on my mind. However, Knightcrawler is going for the downstep technique that will help him a lot with survivability.
Both. A lot of these enemies in DM are worth a lot of experience. Today. Because one of the Guerilla colors that we can't tell because it's dark is a 50. And Guerillas aren't that hard to fight by themselves.
Yeah, and there's a sitting duck of a red Dyra for AmazingToaster. But unfortunately, I just jinxed him.
It's guarded by these MOAs, which are also 20 apiece.
Well, he makes it and gets 300 points in the process, so yeah, it's worth it, I guess. So now Knightcrawler finishing Jump Cave. We will see what's on the other side. And takes a dab. Hopefully I don't jinx him again.
Is he taking on Jump Cave again?
Yeah, this is Jump Cave. This is Scream where he is, and I believe AmazingToaster also was stuck here, maybe. It has a lot of enemies, at least 2 gorillas, so it's been quite the problem. And he's forced to Apnea. Again. So we will see what the strat is here now for these guys. Maybe he will go to Dead Mountain as AmazingToaster is doing. And yes, here we are, both players in Dead Mountain.
There's a couple of forests on the overworlds just west of your starting palace. It looks like they're trying to grow a 3rd forest to become 3-eye forest.
Yeah.
Which is just amusing. Okay, I thought my screen was broken a second with that, I don't know what they are, but the tall worm enemies from the desert in the dark, I thought my screen was broken for a second.
Oh yeah, with those, sometimes you see something hitting you and you have no idea that is those guys, and you take quite a lot of deaths because of that. You always forget that that's a possibility.
And AmazingToaster is going for his downstab. With a pretty solid level lead on Knightcrawler at the moment. Magic 3 is a pretty useful level to have.
So I believe Toaster didn't find anything useful in his Dead Mountain exploration, so I believe he's going for round 2 on Jump Cave. So we will see what the right answer is here. I believe this has to lead somewhere. The worst case scenario is this leading to a dead end, which would be very, very, very bad.
It would be unfortunate for the runners. For the viewers, it would be hilarious.
Yep.
There's a lot of enemies there. He's through the death screen.
I believe I'm not sure, but I believe the next one is the one that is really hard, but I could be wrong.
Goodness. So many enemies in Jump Cave.
Okay,
and this is
wrong.
somewhere new with a gigantic swamp.
Yeah, and there's, I believe, a boulder block cave down there. Yep.
We have not found that much in the first half of our exploration. But we found the other Palace 3 or 6, down here in the south.
Yeah, still the palace possibilities are not what you want to see if you want to do early palace exploration. Well, here's a free spell for AmazingToaster in the town of Rauru.
Rauru is what you're looking for at this time. Knightcrawler is focusing on leveling, but when you know red dyers are 200 apiece, it's not the worst decision.
And it is a fairy spell.
So Rauru was our progression. According to chat, it's the hero character in Chrysalis.
Yeah, third round for Knightcrawler in Jump Cave.
Bringing attack 4 to the table, though. That could be big.
Yep. It should be. In the Western continent, attack 4 most of the times is more than enough.
There are 4 Gurias in that screen. I think there's another 2 on this screen.
But yeah, Knightcrawler taking revenge on every single enemy of this cave.
Like I said, attack 4 was enough to make a difference on that.
Yep.
And when, again, red dyers are worth 200, I think that's worth the minute he took to get there. And it looks... This is the Peabag Cave, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
So...
Oh, sorry, this is Heart Container Cave.
Heart Container Cave.
Yeah, Peabag is the one with the little stick.
And there's a glove there and a flute on the grass tile.
Those are nice finds for both players. Something less to worry about, and we still have a raft to find, and Fairy in Rauru is kind of telling us that Palace is a thing, Palace diving is a thing. So we have 2 boulder block caves. So yeah, very soon the players will be forced to decide between going to that mountain again, or doing a palace. And the prospects of the palace are not great. We have 3 in the. I believe both players will try to go to the palace.
Yeah, our palace options are not amazing. 3, 5, and 6 are all over here. And like I said, with that glove, I would and we have a simultaneous glove and flute pickup again.
Yep. Players are playing a mirror version of the game.
If we were able to tell early which one we found, I'd look for that 3 first in their shoes. Mostly because Rebenak hits much less hard than Guma and Barba.
Yeah, and both players with down stuff, it's not that big of a deal. However, Thurble was having quite some trouble even with down stuff a bit ago.
Knightcrawler stopped in for a heal in Rudo. So... And... all he has to do now is find that missing fairy spell for him. As Toaster finds Palace 3 or 6, and it looks like he's going to take our first dip into a palace.
Yeah, the thing is, if it is 6, will you get out of here, or will you try to even do it? I believe AmazingToaster will do it anyway. There's a 1-up, which is very helpful because you can only cast fairy once with the current prices.
And this is Palace 3.
Yep. And Knightcrawler finding the spell town that has the fairy spell.
He'll be happy to pick that up.
And you can pick this lock in this room. Oh, but never mind, AmazingToaster had a key. Let's see if Knightcrawler comes in here and decides to pick the lock too.
It is the closest palace, so...
yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised. But at the moment he's farming for attack 5. AmazingToaster's hoping to find a key. Does not get a key.
Yeah, I don't know if he doesn't know about picking the lock, but he just lost a very valuable key in that room. Well, it's a 50-50 chance you get to pick the lock. You just have to grab the jar from the statue, if it is a jar. If you grab the jar and leave the room, the door will disappear. Well, there's a key there down there. Maybe he will go for it.
Both runners are in Palace 3 right now. And like you said, this is probably the best of the 3 palaces to go into.
Yeah, definitely. This is without a doubt the place to go first.
Which is why I'm expecting the raft to be in 6.
Yeah, that could happen.
The big difference here is Knightcrawler's taking the time to get some attack levels. AmazingToaster getting lucky with his key placements today.
Yeah, those items are not guaranteed to be keys. They could be red jars, they could be P-bags. And Knightcrawler also wasting his key. Why don't you guys go for the blocking pick? It's a nice glitch of the game.
And AmazingToaster has found the item room.
Oh,
And it's the boots.
that was unexpected. And yeah, Knightcrawler having to go down here for the key too. And Knightcrawler he's gonna find a way outside of the palace where 50 point Pilak will wait for him, I believe.
I think it was at least 100.
Well, he gets an extra one, an extra 51, so he's really close to a level. I don't know if he will take it. I don't believe so. I believe he's set on going for attack 6.
If it were a magic level, I'd consider it, just because you are relying on fairy to get through doors a lot. But I'm of the opinion that life 4 is enough if you know what you're doing. At least early. And AmazingToaster's found Rebenak. And it's Rebenak who hurts a lot.
Yeah, this is AmazingToaster's last life, so hopefully it works for him this time. Oh,
An unfortunate game over for AmazingToaster.
yeah, Rebenak is taking quite some casualties tonight. And Knightcrawler about to pick up his boots.
And you're right, it does look like Knightcrawler's going for attack levels. Which, given the way Rebenak does not want to take damage, this is a good decision. Blue armored Stalfos give 150 experience apiece, and they're relatively easy enemies to fight.
Yeah, sometimes they're a little bit trolly and they're a little bit tanky. But most of the times, if they have good experience on them, it is a good idea to spend the time killing them. And here's round 2 for AmazingToaster versus Rebenak.
It is a beefy one. Looks like it's probably... Based on how long it was between the first life bar dropping and the second one, it looks like it's a 10 or 11 life bar Rebenak.
Yeah, very tense moment. Now he has to do the Toreador moves.
And Knightcrawler's come in for his fight with Rebenak.
Yeah, we will see the difference between attack levels. And last chance for Toaster before another game over.
Knightcrawler also took a hit. It does not want to let people bounce on its head today, does it? Rebenak takes Knightcrawler down. Is anyone else starting to root for Rebenak in these runs?
Yep. And AmazingToaster manages to take Revo down off the horse, and down goes Revo. Wow, finally.
That was an exciting Revo fight. Like, on every end now.
Yeah, it isn't this way very often, so it's good to see the players struggling with the old Revo neck.
I think I just saw Fairy down to 40 or 50 magic. But it was so quick I couldn't tell.
And AmazingToaster wanting to sail without a raft. He has the boots, but he cannot walk to the other continent using the boots. So
at least he doesn't have to go through Jump Cave again.
So there you have it, Palace 5 for AmazingToaster. Yeah, that's a pretty tough choice between 5, 6 or Death Mountain.
I think I'd go 5.
Really? I don't know.
If my options are 5, 6, and Death Mountain...
Yeah, and after that Revo fight, yeah, that kind of throws 6 out of the game for a while for Toaster.
Yeah, because everyone knows Palace 6 is just Rebenak's revenge.
Yeah.
So, at this point, what you do is you go looking for the item in 5 and hope it's the raft so you can go find more stuff on the east.
Well, round 2 for Knightcrawler versus Revo McIntyre. Oh, he takes another dead, another game over. Why does he arrive there without lives? Wow, what is this?
That room with the 2
oh yeah, the
iron knuckles in
knuckle
it is mean. You know it's hard when attack 5 isn't enough.
Yeah, the biggest problem with that room is that it has a low ceiling, I believe. So that's because you can fool the blue iron knuckles by downstabbing them either on a low ceiling or on a high ceiling. But the red iron knuckle is not so easy. So when they are together, it's pretty hard to know what to do.
And the fireball panther heads makes it even worse.
Yeah, that's the kind of enemy you don't want to see fighting an iron knuckle of any kind. And AmazingToaster being forced to death abuse.
He had to use Fairy to get up Eco Key.
Oh, he had a key. Well, he still needed to get abused at some point.
And these guys tend to hurt, so they're a decent enemy to do it on.
Yeah, and as there is no flying enemy here, this is not the jar. The room with the jar, so... Oh, and it leads to a dead end.
Tony,
However,
Knightcrawler versus Rebenhack. Take 3.
Both players at least 3 takes. Well, he manages to get the guy. Yeah, there he goes. Finally.
Did anyone else like Knightcrawler's dance of victory after that?
Absolutely.
The best part is, Knightcrawler has enough experience to get attack 6 off this level.
Yeah, we gotta find the Yub Noob soundtrack for both our players that managed to place the gem in Palace 3.
This Palace 5 is long.
It's always long. That's why when you said I'd go to Palace 5, I was like, really? But, well, you were right, because, yeah, you don't want to fight Rebo in these conditions, but yeah, Palace 5 is
Normally I would not say Palace 5, but Palace 6 and Death Mountain aren't any better of options. We've already seen quite a bit of Death Mountain. Its enemy set was brutal. I'd maybe go see the other entrance if we can do anything with the boots from the one entrance cave. But without a hammer, it's not as enticing because you can't get the Spectacle Rock. Because again, I think you can get there.
Yeah, and Toaster getting his attack 4, which is good news.
Just enough magic.
And I wonder where Knightcrawler is leading to. Yeah, maybe he was trying to get Anius out of the boots or something, but he decides to abandon after being satisfied with his exploration.
And Toaster's on his last life in Palace 5.
Yeah, you don't want a game over before finding an answer to this path he's taking, because you don't want to go back here again. And if he finds Guma, attack 4 Guma is not the greatest. So Knightcrawler going for Dead Mountain. He has good levels for it, so yeah, that's not a bad choice. And he hasn't done a very good exploration of it as AmazingToaster did earlier.
It doesn't help that, or for Toaster, it doesn't help that this palace has been very long, and he's mostly getting paths to the right, which you don't want when looking for the item.
And a dead end at the end of it. Yeah. Thank you, Palace 5. You're really great. And if something gets me really angry in this game is, well, I thought it was a really long path to a dead end, but yeah, thankfully there were some options left behind. But sometimes Palace 2 or Palace 5 give you like this 10 rooms in a row that leads to a dead end, and that makes me really angry. And here's the item in 5. And here's Hammer Cave. So moment of truth for both our players.
And it's not 5.
Wow. Hard container. And he lives. He doesn't want to do magic yet.
After Rebo, would you?
Yeah.
That heart container is pretty good find at this point. So chat is right about that.
So yeah, 50-50 chance for Knightcrawler here in Hammer Cave. Would it be the hammer? Would it be the raft? Would it be a 1-up? We don't know.
It's Hammer Cave. I'm expecting a pea bag.
Oh, and it's something. It's a raft.
That's the raft. Because I think that's a canoe type item from Chrysalis.
Yeah, it looked like a kidney, but you have to use your imagination with some NES sprites.
So that Death Mountain dig was huge. And Toaster's in 6.
Yeah, we know it's the wrong place. Unless he finds a required spell item here, things are looking a little bit...
We need a flute already. Oh wait, we have a flute. I forgot about that. Palace 2 is a good find. Palace 2 is a good find right now. It's easy to clear, and it gives you a good item.
Yep. Knightcrawler is going for the boss, though. He's going directly for the boss fight. Which is not a bad choice. You can always come back here if you're looking for an item, so... why not?
Well... Oh, nope, this is not the Rebanac room. It looks like it was saying be a Rebanac room.
Yeah, this is the fake Rebo room.
Oh, I just got faked out, didn't I?
Schmitty gave this one that name, and this is a dead end. And Knightcrawler also finding a dead end.
What Toaster's hope for is that this, whatever item he finds in here is a major game changer in this run. And what he's hoping not to find is the candle. Or the cross.
So, yeah, the thing for Toaster, those are the best and the worst things he can find, but one of the least worst finds for him is to find the item room right now. But unfortunately it's taking him quite a while to find it, so the gap is getting wider each second.
The other thing you don't want to find right now is Barba.
It's a long fight, but well, here's the item room. But yeah, Barba is doable at these levels. I think Barba is one of the bosses that if you are consistent in your technique, you can take as long as you want. It's not very random. It depends almost all the time on you.
And Toaster brings down the second treatment act of the game. And moment of truth, is this going to be useful to Toaster?
Oh
No. No, it's not.
Yeah, and now he's kind of forced to do the Barba fight because he's close to a level. And yeah, why not? As I said, most experienced players have confidence in their Barba fights. I hope I'm not jinxing anyone here. Even myself. Every time I say Barba is an easy boss, I always get game overs on Barba. So take it with a grain of salt.
Knightcrawler's going for 7.
Yeah, he always likes to go for the attack levels. It's the kind of player he is. And it works sometimes. That's won races because when you have a higher attack level, it makes some things like palace beating very fast.
That's a rude enemy to have right there.
Yeah.
Toaster's had so much fun with Rebenak this run, he's doing another one.
Yeah, and last life. Let's hope the best. And Knightcrawler also in his last life. Here we have a nice Rebonek, a small Rebonek on Knightcrawler's side, but thankfully this time Knightcrawler is able to beat the guy.
These mace-throwing monsters are always in the worst places they could possibly be.
Yeah, and Toaster going through the very required room, while Knightcrawler having to use fairy to go through key door, and Toaster finding Barba. Both players in their last life. We don't want game
That
over.
is a lucky thing for a Toaster. That Barba had 4 or 5 bars of life is all.
Yeah, could be one of the shortest attack for Barba fights of all time. And Knightcrawler living on a prayer also beats Buckethead.
So both runners finishing their palaces simultaneously.
Oh, Toaster 4 points away from a level. That's so unfortunate.
You know, after how that palace went, I wouldn't complain about a level no matter how far it was.
Yeah.
I don't think we saw the item in Palace 2.
Yeah, Knightcrawler didn't go for it. And yeah, I agree with that decision. You can always go back.
Knightcrawler is in the Runia.
He's gonna pick up his upstep technique. I believe he doesn't have the kit, so... And Toaster finds Hammer Cave really quickly, and that's kind of unfortunate for him because he spent quite some time earlier, but I believe he entered the boot blocked entrance this time, and that entrance led you very quickly into Hammer Cave. So yeah, still a very tight race. Toaster about to find a route here. He has Palace 6 out of the game. Knightcrawler has more knowledge about the Eastern Continent, like the fact that New Kasuto is hammer blocked. So yeah, we're still looking for Thunder and Reflect. And anything can happen.
There's a River Devil. I wonder what's on the other side of the River Devil. But first, we found Palace 1. There's a water tile on the other side of the River Devil.
So yeah, now Toaster close to Free Rock. We will see if he goes for Palace 2. I say why not? Maybe he will go for the item.
Knightcrawler getting harassed by invisible MOAs. And there's Maze Island, boot blocked.
Oh.
And this is an interesting start for Maze Island. And there's an item already.
Yep. Not bad given how survivability has gone for both players. And these are no beginners, these are really good players. These guys know how this game is played, and it has been tough this night.
If you were these runners, what item would you be looking for right now? Spell items?
Yeah, of course, but
Maze Island Grand Palace.
at the same time there are some towns. Here's the trophy for AmazingToaster, and that's a trophy that Knightcrawler left behind, because this is Palace 2, so yeah, there you have. This is a chance for AmazingToaster to gain some time that he has lost due to game overs. And there's a second item for Knightcrawler in Maze Island. But yeah, there's still some towns that
It's the cross.
We still haven't found the town of Naburu, however, and the town of Old Kasuto, which are free towns. So yeah, that could be the answer too. So that will give the advantage to Knightcrawler that is doing palaces without going for the items. So yeah, this time it's still a bet, whatever you do. Here's a water tile for Knightcrawler. I don't know if he went there before or...
He went there? I don't remember what was on. I think it was a pea bag.
Okay.
And no, they have not found New Kasuto yet.
Yeah, the only town we have found in the Eastern Continent is the town of Darunia, also known as Denver, for some reason.
I was hoping you'd know.
Yeah, I don't, but yeah, that's a pretty old meme location name.
A nice 500-point pea bag. Getting Knightcrawler that much closer to another attack level. And Toaster's getting close to that fight with Helmet Head.
And here's Naboru for Knightcrawler.
The best case scenario would be the Reflective spell. I would say the Reflect spell would be the best case scenario for Knightcrawler here, because that would let him do Palace 4 when he arrives.
And it is the shield spell, so...
Not quite a Reflect spell.
Yeah, that means that he needs one spell item or the hammer. At one of those two. A spell item or the hammer. We don't know which spell item. And we don't know if the hammer is the answer. But he needs at least one of those. So that's kind of bad news for Knightcrawler. And heart container in the desert tile, and here's the coconut cave for Knightcrawler. I used to call it the Reason Piva cave, but Yunus the other day said it was the coconut cave, and I love that name, so I'm changing the name.
Toaster is leaving. Oh wait, he already finished Palace 2.
Yeah, and
so Toaster's a Palace lead right now. And overworld-wise, Knightcrawler has an exploration lead.
Yep.
And Toaster's
you
found
can see that.
old Kazuto.
No, that was Denver, right?
Oh wait, was that Durinia? I'm sorry,
Yeah,
it looked like old Kazuto to me.
Yeah, his colors are a little bit different because he's playing on an NES, so you can see the graveyard tiles are bluer on his side.
And chat says that new Kazuto is hammer blocked today.
Yeah, that is correct. That's really close to the coast, kind of close to Maze Island. The one that we haven't seen is Old Kazuto.
Palace 1 is on Toaster's screen, which means that Palace 4 is in the Valley of Death.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, at this point, these guys are looking for their spells, their required spells. And both players in Palace 1, so yeah, we will see if this helps them. At least it will help. This Palace will help them place a gem. So that's not a bad move at all for both our players.
And this Palace will also give Knightcrawler his 9,000 experience to get past level 8 on attack. I didn't see, but if he casts a spell, we'll find out.
Yeah, Toaster finding the item room in Palace 1, and it is the hammer.
That is the hammer.
Instant answer. Thank AmazingToaster.
AmazingToaster's helping commentary through his racing.
Yeah.
My guess is it was a P-back, but... We also know that the Spectacle Rock is easily accessible with boots.
Yep, and we have 2 item caves in the western continent that are boulder blocked. So yeah, this hammer is kind of juicy. It could lead to a very long trip to garbage. But yeah, chances are high that something useful is there. It gives you access to to 1 spell and 5 items. So yeah, no, not a bad item in this seed, unless all of those are garbage. But very low probability of that happening.
And a quick find horse head afterward.
And sorry chat about me marking the items before the players get them, but if I don't, I'll forget. I know myself.
I can't... Since you and I are both doing tracking, the tracker keeps unclicking whatever I click. Would you mark Knightcrawler's cross?
Oh, sorry, I don't know why I thought I was the only one tracking, but yeah.
AmazingToaster is in New Kasuto, and you need 7 magic containers.
Wow. And that could be a thing. So, wow.
Now we see how many spell items we need, because I think this is one of our last free spells. This is our... We need at least 1 spell item, I think.
I believe we need 2, right? Oh, we haven't seen Old Kasuto, yeah. You're right.
So, at least 1 spell item, if not 2.
Oh, the players don't have the spell. I forgot about that. Oh, yeah. There are still 2 item locations in Old Kasuto for both our players. And Knightcrawler is gonna find the bad news in a moment.
He just found out he needs 7 crystals, or 7 containers, and there is 1 hour in. Knightcrawler has attack 8.
Wow. Attack 9 hype.
It's the any key.
Okay.
Does Knightcrawler have the any key? Probably.
I really hope so. We'll find in a moment. He does.
He does? Because it actually, that menu blinked too fast for me to see it.
Yeah, I caught it. Fortunately, I was looking at the right place at the right moment.
Also, Toaster has found GP. At this point, if you were Knightcrawler, do you go back to Palace 2 to get the missing item?
No, I would do the other palaces. Well, I still need to find the Old Kasuto. That's the first thing I need to get out of the way, Old Kasuto. And then Palace Time. Palace Time and getting the item out of every palace I do.
You already have attack 8. Might as well do your palaces.
Yeah, Knightcrawler is exploring the southern section of the eastern continent in hopes of finding Old Kasuto. And I believe we haven't seen the sunken Pivot Cave either. So yeah, that's another thing to check out first.
Chat, it's right. We don't have that much swamp in this seed. What's funny is I see swamp coming up on the northeast corner of the screen here. Is that about what you're looking for, chat?
And here's the Pivot Cave that we were looking for. And it is a candle.
Toaster's picked up his cross.
So yeah, at this moment, wow, that old Tesoro town is really deep. You don't know where it is. Sometimes, very rarely, the towns are in a very small area that you have to take a pass-through cave to go to. And yeah, we still haven't seen the southeast of the eastern continent. Yeah, maybe that's the case.
We just have to go through this graveyard area. I believe it's just going to be over here.
Yeah,
it's
it
right
looks
there.
like it.
In the middle of a gigantic graveyard. No wonder there's ghosts everywhere in town.
Yeah, I was very coherent with the story. And it is the jump spell. We need 2 items, guys.
That is fantastic.
Yep. So we need Toaster to find out what that trophy means. And we need 2 more items. So yeah. Tighten up your seatbelts. We're in for a 100% ride here, guys.
You know, I actually might have considered going in Palace 4 and finding the item.
Yeah, if you feel like your opponent is way stronger than you and you want to throw in a surprise, that's the thing to do right now because, well, you don't have Reflect, so going into a Valley of Death Palace 4 is not attractive at all. No one will do that. So if you want to throw a surprise into the party, that's the thing you gotta do at this moment. But yeah, Knightcrawler is going for the hammer trip. Will it be a hammer trip to garbage? We don't know. Here's a heart in Spectacle Rock. There are 2 more caves in the western continent.
There are also 2 palaces he has not dug. And if this result, the worst case scenario is this results in him digging that Palace 5.
Yeah, that's another thing that Knightcrawler doesn't know. Or does he? No, I believe he doesn't know what the item in Palace 5 is. So yeah, that's another huge advantage that Toaster has. That he has cleared 2 of the more time-consuming items, which are the items in Palace 5 and Palace 6. So here's the first boulder block cave for Knightcrawler. The other one is also in this side of the continent.
And it's Medicine Cave. I would hope right now that this is actually the medicine.
That could be something, yeah.
Because then you could turn it in immediately. It is the medicine.
Oh.
Because you want to turn this in immediately and hope that it's one of your spells, and not the one and not the trophy specifically for
What I
this.
don't remember is the location of Mido, if it is in this section or in the section in the beginning of the game. So we'll find out.
That was Palace 3. I remember that green palace. Mido is at toward the top side, I think.
Yeah, Toaster finally finds the section with the last town and the last cave. And Knightcrawler takes a nap in A, so yeah, he's going directly to Mido. He's really curious about this spell.
So are we. I am dying to know what spell items we need right now. Again, the best case scenario would be this item is your reflect spell. It's not. At this moment, the spell is something I'd like as well, because that is another potential item.
I missed it. What was the spell? Yeah, that's
spell.
Yeah, that gives you access to something. So
unfortunately, he needs a trophy.
And the kid is the final piece of the puzzle that we don't know where it is.
And
it could be in 4. It could be.
I think we've brought it down to 4. To 4 and New Kazuto.
And 7 magic containers. Wow, that will suck. Both players have 6 containers, so yeah, it's not far from
Isn't there one more item cave in the west?
Oh yeah, Knightcrawler hasn't gone to it. Hopefully he remembers that there's one.
Because
it was surprising when he apnei'd without finding that cave. So yeah, that made me worry. And here's old Kazuto for Toaster. And now Toaster can get very high.
Knightcrawler, if I were Knightcrawler shoes, I'd be clearing the palaces a little bit. Although I'd still probably go to Palace 2 before digging that 5.
Yeah. It's hard to know what the players are thinking right now, but yeah, the item at 2 is way easier than the other palaces. But if you haven't completed the palaces, you're kind of thinking, no, I need to place gems, so why don't I go to the palaces I need to complete first? So it's hard to tell. And yeah, without a doubt, that's on the back of his head. Oh, why did I leave the item in Palace 2 behind? So Toaster going for Spectacle Rock. We know it's a hard container. And he will have the full 8 hard containers.
At this point, I would say that what Knightcrawler needs is this trophy to be the Thunder spell. And the Reflect spell to be on the kid, and the kid to be in 4.
Yeah, that would give him some.
That would give him some time.
Yeah.
Because Toaster would probably dig for dig Death Mountain to get the medicine before doing that.
So I forgot the item in 6. What was it?
A pea bag?
Maybe, yeah. Because the item in 5 was a hard container, right? The one that Knightcrawler is missing.
One of the 5 and 6 is a pea bag. The other of 5 and 6 is a heart container. I don't remember which one is which. But between the two of them, you have both of them.
So Toaster in Medicine Cave, about to pick up something. Maybe a magic container, was it?
The medicine.
Oh, the medicine, yeah, you're absolutely right. That leads to the spell.
Because it's a vanilla medicine.
Yeah, hopefully AmazingToaster goes to the other boulder blocked cave and gives us an answer. And Knightcrawler is gonna get attack 9 here in this one. Well, he's not gonna get it, but probably, hopefully. And he will use it to level up his other levels.
You know, after watching even Attack 5 have trouble with Reap Attack, watching Attack 8 destroy it is amazing.
Yeah. So, Toaster in Rudo. This could be Thunder or Reflect. We don't know which.
Worst case scenario for... Best case scenario is this is Reflect, but that is not what you want to see at this point, because we are running out of item placements.
Yep. And Barba for Knightcrawler. And I believe Knightcrawler hasn't found the item cave. Sorry, the item room in Palace 5 yet. In Palace 6. Will he? That's another question. And Toaster getting close to the boulder cave. Yeah, we will see what this means. This could be really bad for Knightcrawler. This could be the last nail on the last nail on the coffin.
Basically, if this is the kid, then Knightcrawler's in trouble.
Yep. Or a magic container. Wow. Things got interesting.
That magic container's just as important.
Wow, yeah. I love how this game, you're looking for something and throws you this nice curveball with something else that could be... Like, for example, when they found the boots really early, we were expecting the raft and it was the boots. So, AmazingToaster about to get disappointed in the town of Nido, telling him that he still needs to look for more things. So yeah, pretty narrow choice here between Palace 4 and both items in in New Kasuto, sorry. Is that it? Am I forgetting something?
That, at least looking at Toaster's tracker, that is everything that could be.
Oh yeah, I forgot he had a tracker. That's very useful.
So... there is a small part of me that wants it to be in Palace 4.
Yeah, that would be weird and funny and at the same time very usual. It happens more often than you'd imagine.
The only reason I say I want to see that is because this Palace 4 is in the worst possible spot to get that to Darunia.
Yeah. But I haven't seen how long the VOD is this time, but... and there's the
The magic container item is the magic container.
Yep. Well... Spell time! Moment of truth for everybody. This will solve the puzzle. Why isn't he going for the spell location? Oh! Don't scare me, AmazingToaster. Wow. He was possessed by Victor Santa Fe for a moment there, but thankfully I released him before it was too late. So yeah, the snare rolls, the tower rises, the Canadian Hall awaits.
It's P-Bag.
Oh.
The kid is in 4 in the Valley of Death.
Yeah. So yeah, double
This is
DP.
terrible.
Double DP in VOD. So Toaster now knows everything, so yes, Palace doing time. Why not? So he already knows. Oh, instant Guma. Wow.
Oh. I mean, given how long it took to find the item, that's not surprising. But... meanwhile, Knightcrawler's still digging for the item here.
Yeah, he's gonna be very disappointed. And he's close to a level. So... if he finds the item, I don't know if he'll stay for the level.
So now we take our first of 2 trips into the Valley of Death.
Yep.
I'm actually a fan of the high magic levels for Toaster right now. I mean, yes, Knightcrawler has as well, but having these magic levels early helps.
Yes, it does. And finally, Knightcrawler finds Rebo, and I believe he'll get the level, so... I don't know how much Rebo gives him, but... he will find a P-Bag. That P-Bag will give him the level, so he won't feel as bad, probably. Oh, it may not be enough. Wow, that would be so sad, man.
Oh, it does.
Oh, it's a 5-handle, thankfully. Wow, I would be so depressed if it wouldn't have been enough.
Unfortunately, it looks like he may be going for 5.
Well, we'll see if he goes straight into the boss room. I don't think so. He is feeling cornered right here, so this item is a possibility. We'll see right now. Oh, he goes right. Okay. Oh no, he goes left. Why? Yep.
Toaster lands that jump. That was beautiful.
Yeah, we call this room, I believe, the Leap of Faith. The first dead end for AmazingToaster. So yeah, what a race. There was a point where things were looking really obscure for AmazingToaster. But in the end, he ended up paying, his early misfortunes ended up paying big time for his end result.
With a trophy.
Yeah, that's one of the things, yeah. Without a doubt. But especially, I don't know where to put the blame.
The trophy's the most obvious place to put it for.
Yeah.
But there's other places.
Yeah, for Knightcrawler not getting the 7th container out of the cave he didn't go to could save him some time. So, Leap of Faith again, but he will drop. There are 2 possibilities down here. This is one of them. The double bridge room, and down there it's the basement. The double bridge is not the answer. We'll see if the basement leads somewhere.
At the moment, what we don't want to find is Karok.
Yeah, well, if he finds it, that's knowledge he will use in a bit later, but yeah, that's not what we're looking for. And here he is. Oh, okay, fake Karok. This is the room we were looking for.
This is the kid.
Yep.
This is what this is rude. Putting the spell we need to finish off the Palace 4 in Palace 4 is always rude.
Yeah, especially with the Valley of Death.
It's almost as bad as a landlocked Maze Island 4. And if I remember correctly, there is not a good way to get to Darunia, between Darunia and the Valley of Death.
Yeah, I don't think so. There's a huge chunk of mountains between them. No way to cross them. So another thing that could be a thing in this is upstep. Will Toaster go for upstep?
He's primed fairy, so I'm assuming he's going to.
Yeah, so that's another thing out of the way.
Meanwhile, 5 continues to be 5.
Yep.
At least this one's not the pea bag.
Oh yeah, but a hard container at this time,
It's not great. I'd still take it over a pea bag.
Yeah, definitely.
A pea bag at the end of this Palace 5 would be an insult.
So there's Reflector Toaster, who up an ace, and needs to go all the way back to Valley of Death. So that's pretty tedious.
The seed has a lot of walking today.
Yeah. Yeah, for example, that the jump cave thing also was kind of trolly.
So, you might notice Toaster went for tracker percent strats today.
Oh yeah, his tracker looks very crowded today. But yeah, here's the thing. He got everything, didn't he? What didn't he get?
He's got everything.
Yeah. He went to every possible location, so that just shows you how great of a player he is. Going through the whole thing in such a low time. And he knows the basement is the answer, so he goes straight to the basement. And I believe he needs to take this elevator going down.
I don't remember where you go from here, but...
Yeah, we haven't seen this place, so it's a 50-50 choice between this one and the one below.
And it's this one.
Yep.
This boss fight is very fun and interactive.
Yeah. Have you seen the Winter Solstice one?
I have not.
Karok also moves vertically, so you have to also stand up to block some beams. So it's a little bit more interactive.
I imagine we see another up and A here because it's faster than going around the bottom half of the continent to get to Maze Island.
So yeah, the good news for Knightcrawler is that there are very big chances of him ending the game on 888. So yeah, really trolly Eastern Continent that.
It's not like you just have to go through... There's only one way around the continent, and it's at the very beginning, and the places you want to go are on the other end.
Yep.
It's a very long, boring walk is what it is. And Knightcrawler's going to come introduce his sword to Guma.
Here we are in Maze Island. Toaster entering Great Palace on 1 hour, 34 minutes and 34 seconds. I would say at least a 10-minute lead, but I'm being very, very generous with Knightcrawler here. He's really far from the truth at this point.
This great palace has a chicken entry welcome party.
Yeah, this is what we call the Dark Magician Room. Is the only waffle room with a jar. That could be a jar or a chicken. And he will find out, and it is a jar for him. And a drop, a forced drop.
Always fun to go falling in this game. I think Knightcrawler's heading for 2.
Yeah, that's a wise choice, although there are not many choices for him. I kind of believe he forgot about the Western Cave. And that's good for him. That will save him quite some time.
There's 2 chickens guarding that room. And GP wants to go to the left today.
Yeah, so far everything forced, right? So no choices. Which is kind of annoying if you get a game over or if you need to up an A. It's kind of annoying to have to go through all these rooms again. So trophy incoming for Knightcrawler. That's good news for him. But then he now knows that he's in a very bad position. So we will see how that affects his behavior in the rest of the series.
Can we get... At this point, we are looking for an elevator to stop going left in GP.
Well, we'll get an elevator, but we don't know where it is.
It leads up.
And to the left. And this is the abstract block. So yeah, abstract block palace. We have seen 2 of those this week, so...
And I imagine we go up this elevator to look for a path to the right. Instead we get a path up. And to the left.
To the left, yeah. 2 lefts possible at this moment. But at least we have 1 choice. First choice of the palace, like 5 minutes in and the first choice just appeared. And Knightcrawler finds the cave he was missing. So yeah, he didn't forget about it. Gonna get his magic container, get his hope sap, and find that New Kasuto is full of garbage. But at least he will get an answer, I believe, because he has done everything else.
Every road leads left.
Yeah. No kidding. Yeah, every road leads left at this moment. And this goes up, and it could also lead to the left. Could be a fun room, or it could be the other abstract block room, or it could be a chicken statue room.
We could go right.
Thankfully, I jinxed it. And I didn't, so we need to keep going left.
So what are your thoughts on going left in dungeons?
Well,
In GP specifically.
The good thing is that going to the left in a non-probable place is not a play right now. I don't know how to explain myself, but most of the great palaces you have to go left at a place where you shouldn't go left to solve the palace. And in this case, it's not the case because all the choices go left. So nothing to worry about. You just have to worry about taking the correct left.
You have to worry about taking the right left.
Correct. That's exactly what I was thinking. So Eon Drop. We haven't seen any drop locations besides the drop we took. So Eon Drop is not a bad idea at this point, but we need to give closure to this path, and now I believe Eon Drop is the way to go. It could lead to one of the lefts that we left behind. So this could be a loop to one of those choices. And it leads to the Trails room, which is interesting.
We're entering the Trails room from the left?
Yeah, so this drop is kind of good news because this cannot lead to the Trails room. So this has to lead somewhere else. Yeah, it's the other left dead end. So we've seen all drops, basically. So AmazingToaster knows that if he finds a drop, he should not take it. It will lead him into a loop. So yeah, that's good knowledge to have, that we can still be facing a lot of great palace. Still don't know if this is a loop or not. I believe Toaster feels it is. And yeah, it is.
And we up an A, and we know that.
I don't like that decision. I don't like that decision at all. Because there are no choices at the beginning of the palace. He has to go through like 10, 12 rooms to find a choice. If he kept going, he was gonna find the Jakima's room really soon, and he will have gone to the left there, which I believe is the only choice we have. But yeah, maybe he was low on lives. I don't remember if he was in a bad situation. But yeah, this road is really long, if I remember correctly.
It is quite long.
Oh no, here we have choice. Okay, I was wrong. I missed this room the first time. So yeah, forgive me, AmazingToaster, for dissing your decision. It was the right decision. Well, it could be the right decision. We still have at least one left in the other path.
This is promising.
Yeah, looking really promising. Especially because the drop that we haven't seen is the L7 drop. So anything leaning to the right is a
There's Thunderbird.
Yeah. So yeah, the left of Jakima's must have been the L7 drop.
Attack 5 Thunderbird. Just gotta keep that pendulum rolling.
Yep.
And so far, it's looking good.
And Knightcrawler about to go into Palace 4, which is good news for him.
His first trip into Palace 4. I think we still have a few rooms that can be after Thunderbird.
Do we? I don't know.
Maybe.
It could be either. Yeah.
But it's Dark Link anyways, so.
Yeah, with GP you never know because the number of rooms that get taken out from the long GP is random. So yeah, sometimes it's shorter, sometimes it's longer. So yeah, you never know. You can kind of feel how long of the palace you have left. But you cannot be certain about it. So GG's.
And get your GG's in chat for AmazingToaster, who's finished the seat in first place.
So yeah, I believe the conclusion is that bracket flags this time are really tough. And most of the times players have to do like 95 to 100% of the seat, like it was the case today. Both players 100% did this one. And it happens quite often. You didn't see that happening too often in the Swiss round. Yeah, the thing today, aside from the trophy situation, which was, I don't blame Knightcrawler. I probably would have done the same, but aside from that, I'd say that the early digging, that the early misfortune that AmazingToaster had helped him get a better picture of what he needed to do, and he didn't have to backtrack too much at the end of it. But yeah, I think most of the time game was lost in overboard walking in the case of Knightcrawler, because he had to backtrack a lot because there were a lot of things out in the open to get and to find the answer for the trophy and the kit. Oh, and we have AmazingToaster in the waiting room. I'm gonna pull him. And GG, AmazingToaster, congratulations for making it to the next stage of the tournament. How did you feel?
Holy cow, that was a seed.
It was terrible, man, and that, especially finishing with that left palace. That was not great palace, that was left palace.
Yeah, I took the grand tour too, so I hope you enjoyed seeing all of GP.
Yeah, I guess the room left to the Jackimo's room, it should have been the L7 drop that led to the Trails room that led to that loop. But besides that, I believe we saw everything.
There's we didn't see the one up. The one up's out there somewhere still.
Oh, that too, yeah. Yeah, I missed the elevator room at the beginning, like the third room. The first time you enter, I missed it. So when you up and 8, I thought you made a mistake or something.
Yeah, I knew the entire upper portion was a mistake, and I was like, okay, I need to go left at the bottom to get to where I need to be.
Yeah, thankfully, yeah, that was the way to the end. So yeah, that ended up.
And then Kid for Reflect being in 4, that was kind of the cherry on top of.
With 4 being in the valley.
Yeah, with 4 in the valley too. So you don't want to go there unless you absolutely have to. I did everything else. I mean, I hunted the seed.
So did Knightcrawler.
Yeah, this is one of those seeds where the majority of players, if you're gonna, kind of play to meta, you're gonna hundo the seed.
Yeah, a lot of unintentional game overs on both sides. The beginning was really rough. That jump cave. And
yeah, the jump cave was rough, and then I had a
game over twice to Rebonek. So
I had a terrible time with Rebo for that first Rebo, and then I got the rest of them just fine.
Knightcrawler had 2 attack levels on you, and still game over twice to Rebo.
Yeah, I guess the biggest problem from Rebo is that he was hitting really hard. He killed you in like 1 hit at some point and 2 hits in at another life level. So
I know I took some early life levels that I didn't really want to, just so I could survive the triple Gorilla room in Jump Cave to get to the south part of the west, and then I started taking more magic levels than they probably wanted to, because Fairy was key to getting through palaces there for a while.
Would it surprise you if we said that Knightcrawler has 888 right now?
Oh no, I brought up the stream after I finished, so yeah, I see he's up at 888.
Yeah, so this seed had everything, and well, after the Rebonek situation, things you were pretty close together in that part of the game. But after that, Knightcrawler decided to go to Death Mountain.
Yeah,
the right answer, and you decided to go to 5 and 6. That ended up paying a lot to you, because you had those locations, you had that knowledge. So yeah, Knightcrawler was exploring Palace 5 and Palace 6 some minutes ago, because he still doesn't. He now knows that the kid is in. Both of you did 100% of the seed.
He's actually on a second trip to 4 right now. So
yeah, he got Reflect. So.
Yeah, he's very close to finishing. He still needs to go through Stupidity Palace, and hopefully, when he finds the elevator, he decides to take the lower path. I think that's not a big probability. So yeah, it was very interesting. For example, the seed leading you to get the 7 magic containers, and that was an attractive choice at the moment.
Yeah, I was hoping. Because I was hoping there was something good in New Kasuto, and it was junk. It was the last magic container in a pea bag. So
basically, the hammer was garbage, right?
Got you. Yeah, it was really. It got you the life spell, a magic container, a pea bag, and a heart. So yeah, it was pretty garbage.
Yeah, and this kind of seed where the hammer leads to 1 spell and like
3 items. Well,
more than that.
No, it needs it 5 items, really.
6 items, I think. Oh, 5 items. Yeah, you're right. So yeah, none of them are what you want. Yeah, that's plain trolling. A human did this. This is not randomized. I refuse to believe it. I have seen that happen quite a lot. I hate the hammer. every time I get the hammer, I'm like, oh, this is gonna get me so in a very bad situation. If I don't use it, it'll be bad, and if I use it, it'll be bad too. So yeah, you never know. So Knightcrawler going to Maze Island, hoping for a gentle Great Palace, which is not.
He's not getting it.
It all depends on if he takes that first elevator up after the drop, because if he does, then he's in for a bad time. Otherwise, it should be pretty good.
What was the room up there? It was a fun room. Was it a fun room, or what kind of room was up there? Do you remember?
Yeah, when you went up, when you went up that first elevator was the single, I think that first room was the single enemy,
oh yeah, you definitely go to
elevator room.
Yeah. Why not? And you will always go up because you're hoping.
I'm hoping for a hook.
Right. I say chances are very low for Knightcrawler to take the right path the first time, but we will see how he plays it. Maybe he will show us the rooms that we haven't seen.
Will he take the right left?
Yeah, this palace, the layout was really, really weird in that sense. Everything led left.
All right, I'm gonna get out of here and let you guys experience GP one more time.
Do you have any final thoughts you'd like to share before you leave?
Of all the seeds I played this week, this one was the worst, for sure.
Yeah, I don't see anything different than that happening. So yeah, congratulations on making it to the next stage. Hopefully your next one will be better, but these bracket flags, I don't know. I believe most of the time, so players are forced to 100% of the seed in this flag set. So
yeah, unless you get lucky, or well, really you get lucky. Yeah, you're gonna handle it because there's not even a spell hint to kind of point you in the right direction.
Yep.
All right, y'all have a good night.
Congrats, man. Have a great night.
Toaster. Well, shall we go left again?
Yep, we shall. Hopefully we'll see the other rooms we missed. We missed the L7 drop, and we missed the 1-up room.
Maybe Knightcrawler will show us that one path that Toaster didn't take. Because there was one choice where we had to choose between two lefts later in the route. Maybe he'll show us that.
Yeah, so these waffle rooms, well, with the jump spell, having all this, that's a good thing about having everything then. Survivability is not a huge thing in this great palace. Well, it's still hard. It's not terrible.
This chicken will not move.
Yeah, but this chicken just got all the anger from Knightcrawler and gets destroyed. I believe this leads to the... No, I'm wrong. I don't know where that leads. That's maybe the other one of the paths that we haven't seen. That Knightcrawler left behind. And here...
Left behind?
Yeah. Unintended. This is the one that leads to the dead end on the left. This is the ferry room. And this is the other upstep locked room. I believe this is the one that we didn't see. Or not. I don't know. I know nothing.
It also leads to This area also was the loop that sent AmazingToaster to an up and A.
Yeah, this looks kind of familiar.
I meant that elevator because we took the ferry we took the elevator and found the ferry room at the very end of the loop.
Yeah, I remember that.
I think this entire thing's the loop though, because I remember these rooms.
This is the... So yeah, this is a dead end and the left side of it. Let's see, L7 drop, so he will drop into the trails room. This is kind of good for him because there's a probability he will go back into that choice, but no, I think I don't know what he will do, but there's a high probability he now will do the thing that AmazingToaster did.
Because I think this is where it looped.
Oh yeah, AmazingToaster, this is the end of the loop. But he now needs to find the other. Well, he probably doesn't know he's in a loop, but probably with the enemy set he will find out. But he's choosing to go to the right, which is good for him.
Well-timed ferry to catch himself from falling off in the fun room. He's going back to the right.
Okay. This is good. Well, he now knows he's in a loop, probably. And if he goes to the left here, he's back in the loop, I believe.
Oh, there's an up room!
Okay. Yeah, this is the second abstract block room with the blue chicken. Oh no, this is probably the one with the red one. So he needs to go down and left here to find it. Oh no, I'm lost.
No, you're getting close. You're an elevator off. He has to go through about 4 rooms to the right now, and then go down another elevator.
Okay.
We've been here.
Yeah, definitely.
Although now I'm not certain. This is different.
Yeah, we've seen this bridge. I'm so lost. This is the one with the jar, the statue room with the jar.
Looks like that's a chicken to me.
Yeah, the jar possibility.
What we have is Great Palace being itself a headache.
Yeah.
Alright. We're getting close now. Because we found this guy down thing as the first choice of the run. He wants to go left here.
Yeah, very kind of fortunate that he didn't find one of the parts of the loop. Yeah, he didn't find the fairy room. He didn't find the Jackimo's room. So yeah, he cut some parts of the.
He found fairy room, but
Oh yeah, he went up, right? He went up to the fairy room.
yeah, he went up from the fairy room, I believe. And I believe Thunderbird's just right here. So now, we take a death.
Yep, not enough magic. And at Life 8, Thunderbird doesn't hurt as much as he wanted to hurt.
It was still doing like a container and a half of damage at least. Now for Attack 8 Thunderbird.
Yeah, this will be very fast. And also Knightcrawler is taking a quite aggressive approach to it.
Always feels good when you get to explodes almost in the middle of the screen.
Yeah.
And as we know, Dark Link is just beyond.
So yeah, the nightmare will be over very soon for Knightcrawler. This was really weird seed.
This seed was awful.
Yeah, every step of the road. Sometimes the seeds tend to have like a very trolly ending or a very trolly beginning, but this one had like 4 different stories, 4 different sagas in itself. So
And get your GGs in chat for Knightcrawler, who stuck it out to the end.
yeah, that was amazing. He did a great job. It was just too. He was punished by a couple of decisions, but those are decisions that a lot of players will have done. So we have here with us tonight, Knightcrawler. How are you doing, sir? GG.
GG.
First of all, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, yeah. My other mic really kicked the bucket like 2 weeks ago, or a week ago. Yeah, so that was a seed.
Yeah, AmazingToaster says it's the worst he has played for quite a while. So
I feel like it was my game to lose after I got a raft in Death Mountain. I think the big things is that I forgot that I had left the item behind in P2.
oh,
I would have dug that out before trying to look for the item in P6 and P5. And then I forgot where the second boulder block cave was, which it turns out wasn't that important, but for me, tracking how many items were still in play and stuff. And with New Kasuto requiring 7 magic containers, I was thinking of that as a possibility for getting the child, or I think the trophy at that point. So yeah, it was.
yeah, it was mostly the walking in the overworld, the thing that was unfortunate for you, because after you got the raft, yeah, you had a huge lead, but Toaster did house 6 and 5 at that moment, so he already had that knowledge, so that kind of led him to a more comfortable routing afterwards when he was looking for the things. But yeah, one of the surprising things about this seed is that the hammer led to 5 items and a spell, and they were all garbage.
Yeah, right.
And the hammer was free in 1, so everyone will get it. So yeah, this seed, I was telling Amazing Toaster that this seed wasn't randomized. This seed was made by a human. Yeah.
To be as trolly as possible.
Yeah, and that great palace, that left palace, and you missed quite a chunk of it. You were kind of fortunate in your exploring, but yeah, it was even worse. There were more rooms to the left in that palace. That was really trolly.
I'm trying to think of what I mean.
You didn't go left at ferry.
I did the whole loop. Oh right, I didn't go left.
And
at
that
ferry,
led
right.
to the Jakimus room eventually. And that Jakimus room, if you went to the right, led you into a drop that led you behind the trails room, which is where you landed when you cut the loop short. So it was an even bigger loop that led there too. So this seed was really amazing. And the beginning of the seed,
Yeah,
that jump cave, that ribbon neck.
Those were really beefy gorillas. At attack 8, they still took 2 hits. The blue ones.
Yeah, both of you guys game over there, and both of you guys. Well, you took up an ace before game overing, but both of you guys had several tries to cross that particular place, and both of you guys game over twice in ribbon neck fight. So
really.
Yeah,
oh my gosh!
You don't
I
see
felt
that.
like that was one of my big shortcomings. One of the things that put me far behind. But it was like right there on the. It was right there, and I game over. You know.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. You always reach the ribbon neck. You had better levels. You had better attack at the ribbon neck fight, but you always reach the ribbon neck fight with 1 life. So yeah, that played again.
I had bad luck with the blue iron knuckle, I think twice, and
yeah, that room also. It's one of those rooms. That room with the red and the iron knuckle and the flying dogs. Is that kind of room that you don't see every day, and this particular setup was really tough to deal with.
Yeah, I tried a couple things like. I think I was like, oh, if I get hit by the panther heads or the dog heads or whatever bullet, and then pass through the blue iron knuckle with that invincibility, but it wasn't like the spacing wasn't conducive to that at that time. The couple times I tried it, and I just went for the kill after that. Oh well. Yeah, it was quite a seed. Full Josh ED for me, I think.
Both of you.
Really?
Really.
God.
I mean, to be fair, Kid for Reflect in Palace 4 in Valley of Death.
It couldn't have been more trolly because there were like 3. Like when I was going for that, there were still like 3 item locations other than P4 that it could have been, that the child could have been in. And of course, it's in P4 in Valley of Death. So far from Darunia that up and A is faster.
It was close, but it wasn't reachable.
And then
you have a chunk of mountains separating you from there.
Oh yeah. As the crow flies,
really
it's
trolly
close.
And then of course, after doing P4, you still had to do another up and A because you had to get to Maze Island on the other end of the continent.
Yep, that's right. Had to up and A twice out of P4, even after figuring out that P4 had the item that P4 needs. Good stuff, Seed. I'm good with a little bit of troll because most really good players will beat me if it's just a breeze. So I kind of am very appreciative of when Raft is in Death Mountain or whatever, and I get it pretty early. But when everything is troll, that's a different story.
For example, AmazingToaster both of you spent quite some time in that mountain at the beginning, and AmazingToaster a little bit more than you. But then when you get the boots, it's like through the other entrance is like the second cave you stumble upon. That's Hammer Cave. So, that's like the game telling you, hey, I trolled you. Look what I did.
Yeah, but I ended up using Death Mountain to level up to even get through Jump Cave. Because, like, I mean, there was one encounter with the Red Dyra, which was worth it, 200 experience, was pretty good.
Yeah.
But it's a lot easier to get those kind of encounters in Death Mountain, so I was using that for the levels. And got to, I think, attack 5 or 6 super easily. The first 5 attack levels didn't require very much experience.
Yeah, I saw that attack 5 was like 1500 or something like that,
Yeah.
which is kind of low.
Yeah, very low, I think, but oof. Well, I guess that's it for me. I was hoping to beat AmazingToaster, so I could say I made top 6, but top 9's okay.
No, you did a great job in this tournament, and yeah, this one was on. Any one of you could have won it. It was about some choices, and I don't blame you for not going for the item at 2. At that moment, you had the win in your tail,
Yeah.
so why not? And entering Palace 2 again is not that trivial, but yeah, it ended up punishing you.
Yeah, for sure.
So, yeah.
Dang P2. P2 is always... Yeah. P2 is deceptively large and annoying to get the item from, so... I was when I did P2, I was like, there's a million other places where things could be. I already have the glove, I've got this, I got that, and I think I got the magic key in like P1, so I was feeling really good, but...
Yeah, that's the thing about this game. So yeah, congratulations, you had a great tournament, and yeah, hope to see you in the commentary booth eventually. And
I wish I could, but the whole internet situation, I gotta jump through a whole lot of hoops just to play the games, so we'll see.
Yeah, thank you, Lee. Thankfully you have been able to, but yeah, that sucks.
So, GG Knightcrawler.
Thanks, Zeke, and thanks for coming, guys. Victor and Zeke. Good stuff.
No, thanks for the show. That was amazing. That was an amazing race.
At least
long.
At least with a seed like that, the viewers are having fun with it.
Well, that's good.
And S2, yeah.
I wanted to get attack 9, but I was like, I don't want to embarrass myself anymore by making this take any longer.
I said it several times during the season. Oh, he's going for attack 9, yeah. And well, you technically got it, but you just didn't choose it. But
Yeah,
you got like attack 9 and magic 9, or is it the same always? Yeah, I guess it's always attack 9, right?
Well, if I wanted to get attack 9, I would have had to wait for like 8,000 experience to increment, and then I would have to kill some enemies in Valley of Death, because I think it was like 200 more than the lowest, or 300 more than the lowest. So
Okay,
it would have been a good meme, but it would have cost me like 45 seconds. If I didn't have to up an A, I would have done it for sure.
Yeah, hopefully we will see that soon. In another.
If it's not
tournament.
me, nobody's gonna do it.
Okay, so I guess we can wrap this up now. Thank you, Zeke, for joining me, helping me track and keeping things entertaining enough. Thank you to Angry Demon Noises for helping us with the restream and everything. And thank you guys who watched the race and enjoyed it as much as we did. And I want to tell you guys that at this moment, DigShake is showcasing some new features, including Palace Room Shuffle. And I believe it's working because I've seen some rooms that I have never seen, maybe from the Room Jam. So yeah, it's been that's the place to go, I guess, right now.
That is exactly where I was going to take you. So you handled pretty much the entire outro for me. Works for me. Definitely thanks to the commentators and the runners, everyone who stuck out for this really rough seed. We'll be rating Dig Shake. So thanks, everyone.
Sweet.